Good evening, hockey fans. Monday night highlights are here with Lightning TV, and it's the two unbeaten teams in playoff Group A taking part on Saturday night hockey action as the All in Black MK Lightning host the league champions Telford Tigers. Let's check out the action. We're looking ready here now with the Tigers top line out there. We've got young Jack Hopkins playing on the forward line along with Jason Silverthorne. And also as well with Austin Mitchell-King as well on that. A very mix of youth and experience here on that line there. And we're now just about ready for puck drop here. It's just gone 7 p.m. It's Saturday. You know what that means. Let's play hockey. And a face-off win there from Russell Cowdy there, who drops that to Liam Stewart. And it's Edward Nags here who looks to come forward. Good pass out wide here to Lation already from Stewart, and a save early on from Brad Day, who's between the posts for the Tigers, and it is Matt Smithall who is between the posts for the Lightning. Barnes Garner now finds Bobby Chamberlain. Chamberlain's on his own. He's got three players around him. It tries to go through. Looked for a call there. Referee said nothing doing, and Tigers will emerge back with the puck. Silverthorne now. Silverthorne is just happy to play that along the boards there and change up the line. Now Nags here. Good little touchdown there for Talbot. Talbot finds Chamberlain, and Talbot will give chase here. He did very well to chase that one back and win that puck back. Good forward checking there from Sam Talbot. Now here's a chance here to Chamberlain. He's through, he scores! Bobby Chamberlain was left all alone. He picked his spot and put it past the glove of Brad Day. Got to give credit to Sam Talbot for chasing that puck down low. And then he found it across to Sean Norris, who then just pulled it back straight to an unmarked Bobby Chamberlain. Great look up pass there from Norris, and Chamberlain had all the time in the world to pick his spot, and then he wristed it past the glove of Brad Day. 1-0 Lightning. Power there couldn't find his man, and now here's a chance for the Tigers, and that was Nick Oliver there with an opportunity. And now here's Stewart. Stewart to Power. Power there saw that hit coming in from Brody Jesson and had a few words afterwards along the boards there, but they've just got to skate along. And oh, here you go, the gloves are chopped. It's Power and McKinney. Mikey Power and Andy McKinney, these two do like a scrap, and they're both trading some punches here in centre ice. Power swinging wildly there, and I think it's McKinney there who just grabbed the shirt and pulled the guy down. A nice little fair scrap at centre ice between the two of them. I think on the turf of the fight there, Power definitely landed the more punches, and Power afterwards decides to G up the crowd a bit more. Last week it was Callum Field that sat in when Mikey Power was sitting out a fighting major, so slight change of tack here from Lewis Clifford here, utilising the speed of Clark Pizzo. Now Ben Russell, fans on the shot there. The fans are calling for a penalty, but it's a breakaway chance here for Telford, but Mitchell-King wasn't able to get past his man, and it's threatening to fur up again in the net here as Mitchell-King and Ross Green have words. Ross Green not happy with Mitchell-King following on to Matt Smithall, who had already covered the puck. And Mitchell-King took a bit of an exception to getting pushed by Ross Green, and Alden Barnes-Garner as well was having words, and looks to be having a chat with Jason Silverthorne. That'll be an interesting one. Jameson takes it back behind his own net and is happy to bring this one forward. Stewart now finds Tim Wallace. Wallace cycles around there, now finds Stewart. Stewart back to Jameson. Stewart on the blue line here. Shooting lane's currently blocked, so he passes it back to Jameson. Jameson looks to try and get a shot through. Took a few deflections and does eventually find its way to Wallace, and that is the end of the period. Well, a breathtaking first opening 20. And after an end-to-end match with hits, fights, it is Bobby Chamberlain's goal that separates the two at the end of the first 20. We'll be back in a little while where it is All in Black MK Lightning 1, Telford Tigers 0. And Lightning will be starting on that power play line with Cowley, Jamieson, Chamberlain, Stewart and Wallace. And the Tigers, we're looking to kill that with Jason Silverthorne, Austin Mitchell King. We're going to try and see who the other two are on there. We've got Thomas McKinnon as one of the D-men on there. And it's also as well Dan Rose as well on that penalty kill unit for the Tigers. It's Silverthorne who looks to try and clear the zone, and he does very well there. Gets that one clear, and Matt Smith's come out of the net, and he's under a bit of pressure from Mitchell King, and he can only find another Tigers player, so a little bit of early panic for the Lightning. Chamberlain now. Chamberlain under close attention from the Tigers. And there's Norris. Norris was looking to try and find a one-time pass to Sam Talbot, but that was blocked. Lightning though still have the puck, and it's Chamberlain here. He's been on the ice for the last 2 minutes since the restart. He's put in a big shift on the ice here. Oh, and that was a hit to the head there from Sean Norris, and the Tigers player goes down. And Sean Norris will look to sit for 2 minutes there. And it was a high hit. Telford player is fine. I think he went down just to highlight that he was hit there, but you've got to replay this one coming up on here. He just went over there to the boards. It's a little over Zerlis there, and yeah, hit the shoulder went straight to the head there of Corey Goodison, and so no complaints here. And that's just fired down along the boards there. But Tigers will pick this one up on their own blue line and will look to come forward and set an attack up there. And a big hit there from Griffin. And Lewis Christie should have time now to clear the zone, but he stops to turn back. And he finds Russell Cowley. Cowley now just stops to play it off the boards, but can only find the stick of Silverthorne, who read the pass intended for Lashram. The big line of Wallace, Barnes, Garner and Power. And the deep pairing company of Ben Russell and Ross Green. And there is Watkins that's advancing through, and he finds his teammate. That's Silverthorne, he fires that through, and it's an equalising goal for the Tigers. Came out of nothing there, but it was Watkins that just came through, wasn't really picked up at all, and he dropped the pass back to, Hopkins just dropped that pass back to Silverthorne, who one-timed it. And Mags now just happy to throw that one into the zone, and Holden Barnes Garner will give chase. Does very well. It took the man but missed the puck, but he comes back now for Barnes Garner. Barnes Garner with a backhand pass to Stewart, and a good block there. It took the sting off of that shot then, and ended up being a comfortable save for Day. Hopkins now loses the puck here, and it's Stewart that turns it over now, and quick up man rush. Stewart shoots down low in a big save from Day. Barnes Garner had two Tigers players, and he attempts to check them both, but he did a great job there, and he's passed to Power. Power shoots! That's it! Washed out! Well, the fans thought it was in. The goal light went on, but the referee adjudged that it didn't go in. And Barnes Garner nearly took the puck beyond Brad Daver. Lightning now have suddenly got the ascendancy again, and the crowd have been lifted. Wallace looks to find Barnes Garner, who almost got a tip on that, and it just goes wide from the Lightning. Power here, still keeping the puck in deep. It's a good shift here from the Lightning. Wallace. Tigers can't clear the zone at the minute. Wallace back to Griffin. Griffin on the blue line. Passes this one across. Nags now. Nags back to Griffin. Griffin looks to set his teammate up, which was Power, but that was a good bit of defensive work from the Tigers, and they'll look to clear. And they clear their zone. And that was some good play there by Jessett, who was just happy to eat some time up there so his team could get some players on the ice, and a big hit from Griffin. And the Lightning will now be really wanting to make the most of this two-man advantage. And it's a face-off win. It's Wallace. We want to use this extra space now as much as possible and pepper some shots on that goal. Wallace now looks for Jamieson. Jamieson scores! I tell a lie, it wasn't Jamieson. It was Sean Norris. He had acres of space. And he fired it past Brad Day. He'd been denied so many times already in this game, and you thought it may not be his night, but Sean Norris, 11 seconds into that 5-on-3, has fired the Lightning back ahead. It's under a lot of pressure there. They're looking to try and force turnovers off of Ed Nags. It looks to be who they've been targeting. And here comes Wallace here. Nice little touch there that took him beyond Jack Watkins. Now Wallace looks to go behind the net and look to set up a teammate, but there's no one really there. He's found a teammate now. It looks like James Griffin, and the shot comes through and it's deflected in! It's come off of Hornabot's Ghana, and it's 3-1 to the Lightning. Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that was just fired on net just for a hidden hope, and it was deflected in. Let's just see this here. Griffin plays this one across, and it's just Tim Wallace just decided to throw it on net, and it looked like it came off. It's got to come off of Horden Barnes Ghana there. I think there's a bit of debate that it may have been kicked in. A little bit of deliberations going on here. But the goal is good. And it has been given up. It's scored by Horden Barnes Ghana, assisted by Tim Wallace and Mikey Power. A big goal right at the end of the period. But that's it, you throw a big guy at net just to try and take a deflection or something, and that's a shot fired through, and that's gone in. Oh dear! Fired in off the boards by Telford. Smittle lost sight of it, and it went off the back of the pattern in. Such a bad goal to concede from a Lightning point of view. It came from nothing. So yeah, it was just Finley Howes came threw it off the boards, and Matt Smittle lost sight of it. And well, it's the most dangerous time is just after you've scored a goal, that's when you're likely to concede, and Lightning just switched off, and it was a bit of a nothing play, but as we saw with the goal from Barnes Ghana, you throw the puck on net, good things will happen. Leishram now looks to have been tripped there. Referees have said there wasn't a trip though, and that's the end of the period. A breathtaking end to that final 20 minutes there. Scores elsewhere, we haven't been able to give you as many updates during the game as we've not been able to take our eyes off of this one, but the end of the second in Swindon, it is Swindon Wildcats 2, Sheffield Steel Dogs 3 in Group B. Early days in the third period in Group A between the Leeds Knights and the Bees. Knights were winning 3-2 end of the second, and then Bees scored 2 quick-fire goals at the start of the third. So they're now leading 4-3, and that was a lovely little close-up there of Lewis Christie there. And in Hampshire, the Bison are losing 5-1 against the Peterborough Phantoms. And that's about 5 minutes into the third period when we last checked. If we're able to get a chance, we'll try and get you some more scores as and when they happen. But if it's anything like the last period was, we may not be able to take our eyes off of this game. So we're underway now for this third final period. A face-off win for the Tigers over Ross Cowley. It'll be interesting to see how Lightning reacts to conceding that late goal with only 12 seconds left in that second period. A face-off win there from Tim Wallace. He's been very reliable in that face-off dot, and now is a chance for an odd man rush here. Wallace finds Barnes Ghana and he scores! Horden Barnes Ghana is on fire! Well, Lightning didn't really have any attack so far. Just disrupted the play at centre ice. Good work from Mikey Power. And Tim Wallace skated through. He knew exactly where he was going to put this pass as well. Barnes Ghana unmarked, one-timed it. Brad Day had no chance. 4-2 Lightning. So Phantoms there take the regulation win, and that moves them to 4 points in Group B. Jameson to Leishram. Jameson here. Leishram just happy to cycle this along now. Lightning just happy to keep the puck here. They know Telford can't score if they don't have the puck. Leishram dances in. What a goal! Adam Leishram fires it into the roof of the net, and this game is over. He made himself that little bit of space and fired it over the glove hand of Brad Day. Patient build up here. Just scoot through those hash marks, and just over the stick, into the roof of the net and out. This one wasn't washed out. It's all in black. MK Lightning 5, Telford Tigers 2. Good pass here now. Telford will look to try and finish on a high. Good cycling here, and it's found Rose in a bit of space. He winds up and blocked by Horden Barnes-Garner. Another Lightning player has lost his stick. Lewis Christie again has lost his stick. And Lightning are just happy to dump that one out there so Lewis Christie can make a line change. And well, we're going into the final 10 seconds here. Brad Day's already sunk to one knee. The fans are on their feet here. The noise is electric here. And it's going to be all in black MK Lightning 5. The league champions Telford Tigers 2. I'm having to shout here because of the noise here. What a win for the Lightning. It takes them top of playoff Group A. And it's 3 wins from 3. A scintillating 5-2 win for the Lightning over the Tigers. After the match, we caught up with head coach Lewis Clifford. Lewis, another big win and 2 important points. We're at the halfway point of this playoff campaign. How are you feeling at this halfway point with 6 points out of 6?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm delighted with that. We can't do any more than we can do, and so far through 3 games we've been maximum points. We can't take our foot off the gas now. I think that, until someone shows me a piece of paper with all the maths done and that says we are 110% qualified, either in first position or second position, we got to keep playing the way we're playing right now and keep winning games.
Tomorrow's going to be another tough game because they've got that small pad down in Slough, and the Bees got to win up in Leeds tonight, so they're going to be really pumped following that result. So there are no easy games in this playoff campaign, are there?
No, we knew that coming in, and I've said to everyone I've spoken to that the Bees wouldn't go 0-6. They're going to beat someone, and we've got to make sure that we turn up tomorrow in the right frame of mind, ready to put our work boots and hard hats on again like we have tonight and last weekend. Because we need another win. We can't go in there and go, it's all right, we have another crack at it next weekend or whatever. We need to keep going and going until we seal the deal and we've got qualification.
Tonight's game pretty much had everything you'd expect from playoff hockey. Hits, fights, some well-taken goals and a few odd deflections which throws everyone off. But the guys put in a really professional performance tonight, and tough to pick an individual out, but Horden was well deserved of that Man of the Match award tonight, wasn't he?
I think Holds was one of a few, but he made a mistake earlier in the game that led to their first goal, which he knows, he knew, and probably something he'll never do again, but certainly for the rest of this playoff campaign. But what a way to show what you're made of, to come back. He's not a guy that scores a lot of goals for us, but the playoffs will always throw up a wild card and a guy that brings his A game when the time is right, and he was absolutely fantastic tonight. So was his whole line, Timmy, Mikey, they were great tonight. But really, again, I think I said it last week, I can't really pick out an individual. If anyone's number was called for Man of the Match, I wouldn't have been like, why is he getting it?
Just on that game as well, in that final few moments when that prolonged 5-on-3, was that a chance where you could maybe breathe that little bit easier, just having that extra space with Lightning able to control the possession and the puck?
I think it gives you a break. It's less likely that we're going to get scored on, but no, I don't think any of us probably rested easy until the clock was in sort of seconds rather than minutes. Obviously there was a million penalties out there that could have been called tonight that weren't called. Some were, some weren't. But really, ultimately, Telford probably feel hard done by with the way that the penalties were called, rather than being spread out throughout the game. They were all called at the end there, but at the same time, we probably deserved a couple more penalties, and they certainly deserved a couple more penalties, so it probably worked its way out across the 60 minutes.
Thanks a lot, Cliff. All the best down in Slough tomorrow against the Bees.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks to Cliff, as always, for taking the time to talk to us after the game. Lightning are next in action on Friday at home against the Bees. It's the last home game of the season, so be sure to get here. Tickets are on sale on the Lightning website now.